So Gervonta Tank Davis, champion at 135 right now, has basically said that he feels he doesn't need to go to Saudi Arabia right now at this time, and I'll give you the reasons why. But first, he brings up the fact that he wanted to address the statements he made about the two Ferraris, and he basically was letting it be known that he was throwing that gesture out there to let the people in Saudi Arabia know that that's what he wanted as a opening gift. You know what I'm saying? That's just what his requirement was. I guess it was no disrespect on his end, but he obviously felt like he was shaded early in the beginning because he felt like Turkey Al-Sheikh allegedly is that's Devin's guy, because I guess he had relationships with Devin at first throughout the whole process, and he felt like probably Tank felt like he was pushing Turkey Al-Sheikh was pushing Devin Haney a lot harder as the top guy, and him being undisputed at 135, I mean, that was the position he was in. So I don't know what that was about, but he definitely was in a position where they felt like he earned the win and earned the belts. But at this time right now, Tank Davis is letting it be known that Saudi Arabia is a place that most people need, but he doesn't need them. He enjoys their company and what they bring to the table, but he feels like he doesn't need to have success with them to get money or anything like that. And he feels like the guys who are going over to Saudi Arabia, they're doing it because they can't sell over here in America. You know what I'm saying? He said, I can make the same thing in Vegas that I'm making over there. He said, why would I do that? And that's the point I've been trying to make to people for a while now. You know what I'm saying? Because Tank Davis basically said the same thing I said. Why would he go over there when he's a person that doesn't even really need to go to Saudi Arabia? He's making too much money in America right now. He's a real deal in America. He's a real deal. And he's making everything happen right now. He's a real deal, and he doesn't mess around. And I definitely feel like at this time right now, people are sleeping on what he brings to the table overall, because they feel like, oh, maybe he's underrated, or maybe he doesn't bring a lot to the table. But Tank Davis is definitely a beast, and he's letting it be known. But he has to also realize that at this time right now, with you being a guy who brings a lot to the table when it comes to being one of the faces of boxing right now, you know, people throwing a lot of different names right now when it comes to certain guys like that. So it's not really clear cut on who they feel like the top guy is or anything like that. But it's definitely becoming a top priority to get a fight with Tank Davis in Saudi Arabia. And I feel like if they can't get a fight with Tank Davis in Saudi Arabia, then you'll find other positions like these guys that's going to Saudi Arabia and not having big fights in their own countries or close to where they at, like Deontay Wilder. There's a lot of different positions. But Deontay Wilder, he can do big fights overseas and in America. So he's one of those guys who's a rare commodity. You know what I'm saying? Haney, a lot of guys like that. But most guys can't really sell on their own. So they have a tough situation they got to go through. But it all pans out at the end. But like I was saying, though, you know, people was feeling like Saudi Arabia was putting on certain fights. And as a Tank Davis fan, and I'm glad Tank said this, because a lot of Tank Davis fans actually think Tank Davis is in a situation where he needs to go to Saudi Arabia to make a big fight. He's not. Never was in that situation. And now you see a lot of fighters, they're kind of clamoring towards that way, like, well, you know, maybe if I get a fight with Saudi, it'll turn out this way. That possibly could be, but at this time right now, everybody's not getting a big fight, like I was saying. A lot of these cards, they do have big names. They're kind of one-sided. The one we have with Terrence Crawford coming up, that's probably the strongest card. The Deontay Wilder card, the Hergovic and the Bois, those are probably stronger the stronger cards coming along right now. I'll explain why later on down the line, but yes, that's definitely more of the stronger cards that we have. And it's just overall a lot of things is getting revealed. I'm not going to speak on too much of it now. I like to drop crumbs here and there, but overall it's going to be a long summer. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were saying certain guys they're going to look a certain way against this person and they'll crush this person. A lot of people, like I said, if y'all haven't noticed over the last 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, even the last 2 months, a lot of guys look normal in the ring with certain people. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't try to put the stakes up too high, but it's definitely a situation where you can kind of see how things would play out or will play out. But Tank Davis already knows what I know. Saudi Arabia, most guys over there are kind of either at the end of their career, they need a big fight, haven't been in a big fight, or they're at the end of their road. You know what I'm saying? They're at the end of the road right now. It's a whole different situation. It's not the same as everybody think it is. It's definitely not what everybody think it is. The Tyson Fury card, it's kind of one-sided, on most cards, except for the Apataya and Breeders fight. But that's about it. So Tank Davis, he definitely has a point that I've been trying to stress a long time. All the fights in Saudi Arabia aren't big fights, but a lot of people kind of get that misconstrued and kind of get that confused. But I'm glad he kind of laid that out there. I know a lot of people kind of look at it crazy, but it's not really a crazy statement when you look at it. But that's all I got, though. Like and subscribe.